Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and today we'll discuss the situation in Ukraine on the 19th of March. I've opened two maps at the same time. On the left side, this is the map which provided by the Russian sources. From the right side you can see the map that was provided by, we could say, like Ukrainian Allied forces. As far as you can see, these two maps are almost the same. There are some differences, and today I would like to discuss all the things that happened today and to discuss the differences in these maps. First of all, we can see that both of these maps and Russian and, we could say, Ukrainian map, they show that today there was a strike of Dagger. If you know what's this, Dagger is the very secret Russian weapon. It's hypersonic rocket, and today Russians struck the bunker, Ukrainian, where in Soviet times the nuclear weapon war was placed. Also today in Odessa region, you can see this. There's also the same marks in two maps. There was a strike of Bastion. It's also a very secret Russian weapon. They struck the Ukrainian forces in Odessa region. And as far as you can see, Russian, they still prepare their attack in these beaches. The only thing that stopped them is that this beach and this sea has a lot of mines there, a lot of explosions in the sea. So Russian, they don't want to risk, and they start to prepare this territory for them. They don't want to lose all their ships on these beaches in front of this town. Now let's move to Nikolaev region. As far as you can see in the Ukrainian maps, they show that these territories is under Russian control, and on the north as well. But Russians, they're saying that there still, you see that there is also some markup like gray line, which says that there is battles and clashes in this territory. It's like an active battle zone. And there was a case in Snegirivka. In a few days ago, Snegirivka was taken by Ukrainians. Before it was controlled with the Russians, and later Ukrainian forces, they managed to take this city back. And on this map, it doesn't have any mark, but it shows like it's in blockade. Now I'll tell you, there was pictures and video of this region, a lot of Russian equipment and some armored vehicles were destroyed. And after that, the next day, Russian did another strike with their secret weapon. And I hope you didn't saw these pictures, but if you saw it, this was very terrible. Ukrainian forces, after they do this operation with returning back of town Snegirivka, they went back to this town Nikolaev, and they were in their buildings and казарms where they were sleeping, and Russian attacked these buildings, and almost 80 militants, Ukrainian soldiers, were killed by one strike. And it was very horrible pictures I saw, but it's the war. Also, as far as you can see, according to the Ukrainian Allied Forces map, we see that Russians, they have already prepared a very good, nice background in front of Kryvyi Rih town, the Ukrainian big town. The population of Kryvyi Rih around 600,000 or 800,000 people, and this town, according to this map, is totally cut off from the Nikolaev. So Nikolaev don't have any connection with this town. Just the only one way is from this north road which leads from Nikolaev to the north. But as far as you can see, if this data is true, and we can see that this data, I think that's true, because two maps approves this information that there is like this territory is not Russian, but they have some forces here, some block posts. So that's mean that they have total fire control over this road, and there is no way to go from Nikolaev to the north. The only one way is going back to Mariupol, and from this side they can go on the top and to get in the central Ukraine part of Ukraine. And I also, a lot of sources says that there is a lot of clashes and battles on the south of Kryvyi Rih, and there are a lot of Russians here, but they're not planning to go further to the north until they finish the operation with Mariupol. And now we're moving to the Mariupol on the both maps, and we will see what's going on there. As far as you can see, yesterday we saw that on this map the factory named Azovstal was under Russian control, but today they fixed this issue and now they're showing that this factory is still under Ukrainian forces. Today I saw a lot of information, saw that these factories under very terrible airstrike and rocket strike. God bless the souls of the soldiers in this factory. I think that these guys are done. And also today there was a news that Russian made a proposal to Ukrainians. They made a green road for the soldiers. They gave them possibility to leave this factory. The only thing they need to do is to drop their weapon, and they have possibility to leave this territory. The only one thing that Russian did, they didn't do this proposal to these soldiers. They have this possibility, of course, they can control their connections, their lines and so on. But Russians did proposal to the Kiev, to the central head office of this army. And in the Kiev they refused, showing to these guys in Mariupol that they are done not only for Russians, they are done also for the Ukrainians as well. And I cannot understand this. I think that these guys, they should think about their lives. No matter what you're doing, you need to think about you in such situations. And I think that it's time to start negotiation with Russians. Because Russians, they even do such proposal to them. Now we're moving to the north of this territory, and now we find ourselves in the bottom of the Donbas boiler. And on both two maps we see that there is almost the same picture. The only difference that according to this map, Russian managed to take a town named Ugledar, and this city was named in the official Ministry of Defense report. And also today in the same report there was information that Russians took town named Shakhterskaya. Maybe this map still hasn't been updated, but soon it will be updated, and Velikaya Novoselka. So these two towns already under Russian control. And if Ministry of Defense says like this, that means that it's true. They don't say, then usually they don't lie, or they not telling the information that does not exist. So that's mean, as we spoke before, there is no any defense Ukrainian in these fields, but Russians, they're also not planning to attack through these fields. It's nonsense, it's useless, because there is a very good defense line in Ukrainian. There are like few towns, Kurakhova, Bogatyr, Constantinople. This is a very good Ukrainian defense site, and of course if Russian will strike from the south, they will be destroyed in these fields. So Russians, they are trying to attack from two sides. They are trying to attack through Marinka, and today Marinka also were in the Russian Defense Ministry report that this town is already under Russian control. So they want to attack from the east, taking town by town to get into Kurakhov from the east. And as far as you can see, if the Russians already took Shakhtarsk and Velikaya Novoselka, that means that I think that they will go through these towns, and they will get to the Zelený Gай, and after that they will turn to the right. They will cut off this road, and they will go to the right, and they will try to take this army into Boiler and to terminate it. It will allow them to come very close to the back of these big Ukrainian armies. As far as I know, there is around 100,000 Ukrainian soldiers here. But before we'll continue about this, I think, of course, this operation will be, but it's the second stage of operation. There is a lot of things that Russia. What does it mean, the second stage? The first stage of Russian operation will be ended as soon as the Mariupol will be done. As far as I know, there are a lot of Russian soldiers there. I think that in the storming of Mariupol, there are around 30,000 Russian soldiers there. That's a lot of soldiers, and as soon as they finish Mariupol, they will be dropped to this Boiler to complete this mission, or I thought that these guys in Mariupol, they have a lot of experience in doing battles and doing fightings in towns, on the streets. So I'm not sure it's very good idea to drop them in the fields. Like, it's not the place where they know how to work now. They are very good in towns. So that's why I think one of my idea that after the Mariupol will be ended, some of these troops, maybe 10,000 or something like this, will be dropped to Nikolaev. Nikolaev is almost the same city as Mariupol, so even maybe less. Of course, even less. So it won't be very difficult for these forces to occupy this town, and they need to do this because they need to start operation over Odessa, and this is one of the most important towns Russians want to take control of. And we will see what will be next. Now let's move to the north of the Donbas Boiler. The maps in these two regions are almost the same. The only thing that you see that there is like some territory that is not under Russian control. And according to this information, this territory is totally under Russian control. And let's take a look about the city Liman. You remember a few videos ago I told that sooner or later there will be a lot of clashes and battles in this region, and as far as you can see, this map says that there is already battles there. But according to the Russian map, there is still quiet there in this territory. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. About the Izum, according to the Ukrainian map, they still have some connection with Slaviansk. It's like Bakhmut Road. It has name Bakhmut Road, but according to the Russian map, these guys are already cut off from the big land. So we'll see who is the rat in the very, very near future. I think so. Now we're moving to the Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. You see that there is a lot of battles here, a lot of bombing, a lot of battles, and Russians, they're trying to cross the Irpin, the river, and as far as you can see, they managed to do this. And the main target there, as we spoke before, was Novaya Petrovce. But for now, and they're bombing this, preparing their attack operation, but they're still on their positions. They're still like frontline battles. You see that a lot of forces they manage a lot of time to do this, but they're still in their position. And there is little differences between the territory. According to Ukrainian maps, you see that this territory is already under Russian control, but Russians say that they still this territory is not totally under Russian control, and even they're showing that they are not controlling this road. But Ukrainian map says that they already control this road. At least I think that they established the fire control of this road, and there is no way to use this road for the Ukrainians, and they have to use another roads, like using this little bit more the road that in the south from this road. So and that's it. No more news for today. Thank you for your watching. Subscribe my channel and have a very good day, guys.